Hey guys, it's Brick. Today we're going to be going over the Dragon Stars 2-pack Bardock and First Form Frieza. You already know the deal. The box. Don't know why there's dust on it. See, here's the box. Bardock, Frieza, Bardock. And then side. And now there's actually something really cool inside of this box. A background. You could use this for things like stop motions and maybe just for display. It's really nice that these 2 packs come with stuff like this. And now without further ado, let's get into the figures. The first one we will be starting off with is Bardock. Because boy, do I have things to say about this character. Now, let's go ahead and get into his accessories. He comes with 2 open hands, 1 Ki Blast effect, I'm assuming is for that one ability that I forgot it's called. And finally, he comes with 2 fisted hands. And now I'm going to, before we get into the articulation, I'm going to gripe about something. Look at this. You can move stuff around. You want to know why? This whole head sculpt is rubber. I don't know why they chose this. But this entire head sculpt is made out of rubber. I don't know why. And it just doesn't feel good compared to the rest of the figure. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's go into the articulation. So, his head can't go up nor down that much. But you could take the head off and push it down on the peg in a certain way to make it as if there is articulation. Then there's side. No ab crunch as a Dragon Stars. Can go up this much. Double jointed elbows. Swivel. And hand joint. His legs can go out this far. There's also drop down legs. Can bend back this much. And then toe joint. And before we get into the scaling and everything, we had to go over the second guy. Frieza. This Frieza, unlike the Bardock, is much more fun to mess around with. He may come with accessories that make him less dynamic. Get it? Dynamic. But it still makes this guy an overall good figure. So let's go over his accessories. 2 fisted hands, 1 bent pointing hand, and 1 death beam hand to hold his death ball, which is really awesome because of how it connects. Oh, there is a hole right here, and the finger just goes into it, and it's perfect. And now that we have gone over his accessories, hold on. Let's get into his articulation. Head. It looks like it's on a ball joint. I think it may be on a ball joint, because it does move around pretty smoothly. There's tilt and swivel. The ball joint is a tiny bit higher than usual, so it actually makes it to where there's a lot smoother movement. Arms can go up this much at the max. There is arm swivel, double jointed elbows, hand articulation, drop down legs that work extremely well, can bend back this far, then ankle pivots, and then a strangely articulated tail. Usually, the tail articulation is usually around up here. For this figure, it's down here. So you can get it looking like... Oh no, I dropped my Drake snake. And yeah, now he's freaky. Alright. Hey, also, only gripe about this figure is that there's sometimes where the tail is kind of loose and falls off. But other than that, this guy's really good. In fact, this figure I think I would recommend more in this. In fact, I'd probably recommend to get this because of the Frieza. But now, let's get into scaling. Here are the two figures next to each other. They scale pretty accurately. Here's Frieza next to the Ninetales cloak. And here's Bardock. Here are both of them next to the McFarlane Toys Tanjiro. He's a bit taller since I had to put him on a stand because he wouldn't stop falling. And finally, here is them next to the Otaku Dragon Ball Super LED Goku figure lamp. Now, for the conclusion. Would I recommend this guy? Well, these guys. Yeah. They're not bad. I would only recommend them if you're specifically going after the Frieza. That's the thing I like the most about this. Don't get me wrong. The Bardock, he's not bad. He's really not bad. But I just love the Frieza so much more. There's just more stuff you can do with the Frieza. And yeah, that is all for today's video. And I will see y'all next time.